And welcome back to our Gridiron Preview show on the high school segment. We welcome back our favorite guy here, Jason Andera of Midco Sportsnet, to talk about the big schools. First, let's talk 11 AAA. Brandon Valley won last year, and they've got Thomas Skolton back. Is there a better surefire pick to win a state title than Brandon Valley?
It's been a few years since we've had so much firepower back from a champion. You're not only talking about Thomas Skolton, but both of their running backs, and Jesse Steffel and Tate Johnson. They started 3 sophomores on defense last year and played 4 sophomores. Those guys are all juniors this year. They won't tell you this, but they are super loaded, and it would be a big disappointment if they didn't win it all this year.
Sure, Roosevelt will have something to say about that as well. If there's
They're
maybe
right
one more surefire bet, it might be AA Pierre, who's coming in as back-to-back champs. They really weren't supposed to win it last year with all they graduated, and now they look stacked for a three-peat.
Yeah, I just talked to Steve Steele, and that's what he said. Last year, we had the luxury of surprising some teams. This year, there's not going to be any surprise. They're going to walk into every game as the favorite. They've got a little different schedule. They'll play West Central and some smaller teams, too, so they're not going to be the underdog at all. They're going to be the team that's picked to win with a big X on their back all year.
And they've just had such a great program the last half dozen years or so. In every sport, they've been really good.
A lot of credit
so
to those
great crop
kids.
of athletes.
You got it.
All right, let's bump down to 11A. Sioux Falls Christian moves up to 11A this year. T area was pretty much unbeatable last year, but they lost a lot of their skill position players.
The hardest team to figure out for me is T area. Biggest senior class that they've ever had, but they lost a lot of those skill players like you're talking about. But they brought in a transfer that has a D1 scholarship offer on their defensive line. So a lot of ups and downs. We don't know exactly where they're going to fit in. We do know Madison's going to be really good. We do know Del's West Central, Sioux Falls Christian, Dakota Valley. There's going to be a lot of contenders in this class. One of the most fun classes we'll see.
Who do you think's going to win it?
I'm going to give the edge right now to.
You're running for political office.
There's a lot of good teams. Give me a week to figure that out.
11B, obviously, new champs coming in with Sioux Falls Christian out. Winner, I mean, that looks like a pretty loaded mix. And Bridgewater Emory, the last 2 years, has been runner-up.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. And St. Thomas More moves down to 11B, and they've got the best quarterback, in my opinion, in maybe the state. Ryder Kirsch is unbelievable. He's down there. And then you've got Mount Vernon Plankinton, who's got the biggest senior class they've had in a while. So
they're going to be
tons
good.
Of teams.
They're going to be good.
Tons of teams in 11B. Winner, 7 starters back.
Watch for MVP.
Wow. They're the team.
Right.
They're a good team.
Next up, Jason joins us again to talk about the 9-man teams in South Dakota. That's really going to be interesting. We'll be right back.